Bucks lose now, I'll put my head through a wall. I know, I'll put my head through a wall for you. As a Celtics fan, it's good, but I'm gonna feel your pain. Already do. All right, let's run it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Cam. You're probably the only one that's gonna watch it live. I'm gonna upload all of these to YouTube, but here, let me turn this down. All right, let's begin. Let's begin, eh? Let me get my thing set up. Welcome to episode 1 of the Metropolis, a new talk show where we talk sports, mostly about Boston, and mostly about the Celtics. I'm gonna try to get more into well rehearsed when it comes to the other sports but right now I'm a NBA enthusiast, Celtics all the way. Bleed green, hashtag bleed green. I did one of these a couple weeks ago. I didn't classify it as a Metropolis episode. We're gonna try to host these honestly whenever I feel, hopefully a couple times a week. Um, but I did one of these a couple weeks ago where I did a NBA bracket predictions before the playoffs started, and then now we're here on what's today's date? April 26th. I think like 4 or 5 teams have already made it to the next round. But we're gonna go ahead and cover all of that. So I'm gonna go down my bracket predictions that I made and give a little bit of insight on each one, and then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Celtics. I'm trying to keep these less than 30 minutes because I'm gonna upload them to YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome. If you're on YouTube watching this, I'm gonna be doing these live on my Twitch at twitch.tv/MetroFPSX. Like I said, I'm gonna try to figure out a good schedule. Um, but I'm trying to host them once or twice a week at least. But we'll see. We'll see where we go with that. So I'm gonna open up with the bracket real quick. I'll show you guys real. Oops, I'll fix that later. All right. So first round I had Denver, and I originally had OKC. OKC didn't even make it in. Minnesota made it in, and I had Denver in 5. What do you know? Denver in 5. So Denver beat Minnesota 4-1. Um, I don't have much to cover there other than I do have Denver making the finals. Um, I didn't think Minnesota really stood a chance. I didn't think OKC stood a chance. I had both of those teams taking one off of Denver, and Minnesota took one off Denver. I think, like I said, like I covered in the last one, was Jokic has something to prove. He can't just be stat pad and all. And I use that term loosely because I don't think he stat pads. I think he's just good. But his stats in the regular season are going to start to be meaningless if he doesn't start performing in the playoffs. So I think he has a chip on his shoulder, and I think he knows that. So Denver in 5. Not a fun series to watch unless you're a fan of either of Denver, and I don't got much comments for that. I had Phoenix in 6 against the Clippers. I like that series. They Clippers took game 1 right there, and then I thought, but honestly, I think game 1 Phoenix was just working out the kinks for the first time. They let it slide, and then Phoenix closed them out in 5. Was off by a game there, but I honestly didn't see the Clippers winning anyways. So that side of the bracket right there is already money. Denver in 5. I had Phoenix in 6, but Phoenix won in 5. I got those two in the next round. Um, Takeaways from that game is honestly, uh, Phoenix is going to be scary, but I feel like their matchup against Denver is an unlucky matchup for Phoenix. Otherwise, I would put them in the Western Conference Finals. But I just think Denver, I have them going to the finals. I think it's going to be a tough matchup, and I think Booker, KD on paper should beat Denver, but I don't know. I just feel like you would want the ball in Durant's hands or you want the ball in Booker's hands. I don't know. I feel like the addition of KD was good. I do think they're a good team. I think they have good players, but I think they're still brand new and there's a lot of guys who could have the ball in their hand. I just see Denver more of a full team. I also think Denver's way deeper than Phoenix. I mean, the Phoenix guys are going to start getting tired, especially this Denver one. I have Denver beating Phoenix in six. Um, but I think just you have to get all your playing time out of your starters on Phoenix. They're not deep enough. So you need Booker, you need KD, you need Chris Paul to be putting up 45 minutes a game. And I think it's going to play a toll. Kevin Durant's how old? 35 years old. Chris Paul, D Book is the only one that's going to be able to really like it's D Book's team right here. He needs to get them over this hump, but I think Denver is just going to be too deep and too good for them in this series. I got Denver winning that one in six. Um, Next one, Sacramento Golden State, my favorite series so far. Uh, I have Sacramento in seven, and right now the series is tied up 2-2. Sacramento went up 2-0. It was exciting. I kind of thought there was going to be a sweep alert coming, but Golden State went home and defended the land, and now they're back in Sacramento tonight. It's 5:45 right now, so that Cleveland Knicks game is about to kick off in about 15 minutes. So that's kind of why I'm recording this pretty quick. Um, I got Sacramento tonight defending. They're back in Sacramento, so I think they're gonna win that home game, go up 3-2. Uh, I just I'm a Celtics guy, so I'm praying on Golden State's downfall. But I do think Golden State's getting old at the same time. I think I said this in my last one. I think Sacramento's young. I think they're hungry, and I just feel like they want it more than Golden State. Golden State's coming off a chip run. They got a chip. I think, you know, they live and die by the three. They're a small team. Sabonis has been cutting them up all series. I do think it goes seven because you have two of the greatest shooters of all time on Golden State. But I think Sacramento is ultimately going to be more hungry, and I think they're going to win tonight, win at home tonight, go up 3-2. But I think Golden State will win at home again, and then I think Sacramento closes it in seven at home. I'll touch more. I'm gonna touch on more of these series, probably in another here later this week, just because I want to go in depth with some of these games. But just feeling this first episode out, and then I kind of want to touch on. I got a lot of like catching up to do because I didn't plan to do this. So like, I mean, series we're already going into the second round, so I'm trying to like fill in. But I do have Sacramento beating Golden State in seven. Um, Memphis Lakers. I did have the Lakers actually making this play-in spot, and I have the Lakers winning this game in six. And the Lakers are currently up 3-1 with a chance to close them out tonight in advance. I don't think they're going to close them out tonight. They're in Memphis tonight. I think Memphis is going to win one more at home. And then, what do you know? I think the Lakers are going to win in six. And they're going to close it out in LA and beat Memphis in six, like I predicted. Um, Memphis, I think, is just a regular season team. I think the storylines, the drama around them, there's just too much going on. And then you have, I think, the vets. You have one of the greatest players of all time on the Lakers. It's hard to really go against that. The Lakers trade had a good trade deadline showing this year. It's obviously helped the team. I think Anthony Davis needs to step up a little bit more, but uh, because he's like on and off. He's had what, two good games, and he's had two games where he didn't even show up. Um, and I think that inconsistency is ultimately going to kill him in this playoff run. But I think against Memphis, they're going to be all right. Ja, I like Ja, but I just don't think I don't think he's the guy to really like make a playoff push into the finals. I think Memphis is what you get, and I think that's what you're going to get until they make additions and, acquire new people, get rid of some people. But I think this roster, this is what you get with Memphis. You get a good, entertaining regular season with these guys, and you just get playoff flops. Like 7-game series is a long series against good teams, especially the Lakers. I do think Memphis getting the 2 seed pulled a bad pull with pulling the Lakers in the first round. Um, I mean, you put them up against, I don't know, I don't know. The West is crazy this year, anyways. But you put them up against a Minnesota or Clippers in round one. I do think Grizzlies advance on that, but I think pulling the Lakers was a tough pull for them. Series has been entertaining just because of the trash talk, but I don't know. I've dipped my head into those games here and there. Um, but I got Lakers winning six. I do have Memphis defending the home tonight. And then that would put Lakers and Sacramento in the West. Let's see where we go from here. And then when it comes to that Sacramento Lakers, I have Sacramento winning that. Like I said last week, I have Sacramento smoking the Lakers in six. And I say smoking the term lightly, but I'm riding the Sacramento train all the way to the Western Conference Finals to where they're going to lose to Denver. Um, I just think this is Sacramento's year in a sense. I do think they're going to come up short, but I think they're going to beat the defending champs. I think they're going to send the Lakers home. And then I think they're going to take Denver to 7 in the Western Conference Finals, but Denver's ultimately going to get them in the end. Just again with Denver, I think they're going to be deep. I think Jokic and them are going to be in final form by the time that Western Conference Finals comes around. And I think although Sacramento's going to be hungry, I think Denver's going to edge them out barely. That's that West right now. Yo, Cookie, appreciate the raid. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're doing a NBA breakdown. So, I know Cookie. Um, what up? I know Cookie. I don't know if this is your guys' stream, but welcome to the stream. We're moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. We appreciate the raid, Cookie. Again, YouTube. If you haven't uh if you haven't already followed, get over to the Twitch, Metro FPSX, twitch.tv. Let's go. Talking about sports could be. I know, Cookie. You rated a great stream today. Great stream. Eastern Conference. These games kick off tonight. Yo, Torch, I know you're in the chat. Your boys are in trouble. Your boys are in trouble tonight. They are. But Torch, you're in safe hands. Milwaukee's gonna win the game tonight. Milwaukee's gonna defend the home court. They're gonna defend the home court tonight. Uh, I originally had Milwaukee sweeping in four. I had Milwaukee sweeping in four, and I had them playing against not Miami in the first round, but after the fact, I still had Milwaukee sweeping in four. Um, and obviously, this is the big turnaround, surprising, shocking playoff run right here is from Miami. Jimmy Butler's going crazy. Um, Miami's up 3-1, but I think Milwaukee, if any team's going to make the 1-3 comeback, it's going to be Milwaukee, and I can see it if Milwaukee's going to win tonight. I can see Milwaukee robbing. If Milwaukee wins in Miami, they're going to win this series because they're not going to lose game 7 at home. So I think Milwaukee's in decent shape. I'm not gonna say good shape. They're down 3-1, and Jimmy Butler's playing lights out. But I think Milwaukee is still okay. They just have to take it a game at a time, and they need a win tonight. And then their big game is going to be when they go back to Miami. They're going to have to rob that one. But I think they do win tonight. I think Jimmy Butler had a wild game without Butler dropping 56 or having 22 in the first quarter. They're out, and the series is tied up. But Jimmy Butler had his moment. Uh, so again, I had Milwaukee winning that one in four. Um, I can see Milwaukee coming back in the series, but at this point in time, I think Miami's going to win this. I think Miami is going to knock out Milwaukee. I think they figured something out with Milwaukee. I think Giannis's injury has kind of faltered the Bucks squad. I don't think Middleton is him, and I feel like Milwaukee gave Miami the confidence that they were looking for all season that they didn't have all season. I mean, um, freaking what's his name? Guys who weren't hitting threes in the regular season, who are normally shooters, are shooting, and they found their confidence, they found their rhythm, and they're hitting shots. What's his name, dude? Uh, Robinson, Duncan Robinson, Max Strus. Two examples of guys who, I mean, I didn't watch the Heat a lot, but you weren't hearing about Robinson dropping 40, 30, 20 point nights. Um, he's hitting now, and that's a problem for Milwaukee because I feel like Miami has found their confidence and they're going to be hard to beat now because we thought we were going to get regular season Miami, which would have if they did get my regular season Miami, but now we're talking about last season's playoff run Miami. They're back, and last season's Miami took the Celtics to 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they've made an appearance. I think it's a tough break for my Milwaukee because I mean best uh, record in the regular season this year. They pulled a 1 seed. They were supposed to get the freaking Hawks or something wild, but Miami loses to the Hawks in the play-in, and then matches up against Milwaukee, and now they're throwing 1-2 haymakers. So I think it's an unlucky break for Milwaukee. Milwaukee has a chance, but at this moment in time, I see Miami winning in like 6 or even possibly tonight. Um, but my heart is telling me Milwaukee at least defends the home court tonight. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's what I got to say right there. I think that I'm going to have to come back on a later episode and we're going to see tonight where this leads. But if Milwaukee falls out, the East is going to get shaken up a little bit because I do have Milwaukee making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, Moving on, I had Cleveland in 7. They're flopping for me. Knicks are up 3-1. However, I do have just like the Bucks and just like Sacramento and just like Memphis tonight. I have all of them defending home court tonight. Uh, I have Cleveland defending home court, but I have them losing the game after. So I have Knicks in 6. I originally had Cleveland in 7. What up, Dirkus? Lake showing 5. I have Memphis. We just talked about them. I have Memphis defending home court tonight, but I have Lakers in 6, which is originally what I predicted anyways. I have Lakers in 6. Um, so I did have Cleveland in 7. They're down 1-3. I think it's pretty much over. The Knicks, I think, are 3. The Knicks are. Here's the thing. I'm gonna come back and talk about this on a later episode, but the Knicks being advancing, and then my if Miami beats Milwaukee and advances, that series is gonna be crazy on that side. Put $10 on the game, locked. You have to give 2 subs if I win to your chat. We'll see. We'll talk about that off stream. Um, I thought the Cleveland Knicks series was going to be more fun. It's mid. It's a it's mid. Knicks are going to be a problem for the next round, no matter if it's Milwaukee or Miami. I think the Garden over there is a tough play environment to play in. But that's all I really got to say on the series. Again, I would dissect these a little more, but I gotta play catch up. Philly, Brooklyn. I had Philly in five. Yo, Prime, Prime. Durkis, thank you for the Prime, baby. 8 months? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I had Philly in five. I had Brooklyn taking one. Brooklyn had a chance to take one, and Brooklyn got swept for the second year in a row in the first round. What does it say about Philly? Philly's a contender. Philly's a contender in the East. Like I said, this Milwaukee situation is shaking things up. Philly is a contender. Embiid is resting. Embiid is resting. Um, it is, I don't know. I think they're tough. I think they're going to be tough. I think they're going to be annoying, but I don't think they're that deep. I don't think they're that deep. And that's the downfall with Philly. Embiid's going to have to bring it and drop 35, 30 plus every single night. You got Harden who's going to have to drop 30, 35 plus. Those guys are going to have to be playing 45 minutes a game. Embiid, Harden, freaking what's his name? Harrison. They're going to have to be playing 45 minutes a night all the way through on this playoff run. And then you have Maxey who's playing lights out. I don't think Philly was tested in the first round by Brooklyn um, at all. So that leads me to my next series. Again, I had Philly winning that one in five. They won in four. Freaking Beantown. Beantown, Atlanta, dude. Fucking Celtics playing Celtics basketball. Lake Show gets it done in five. We do what Boston can't. That's from yours truly, Durkis. In this moment, I mean, I can't say much. It's ridiculous. The Celtics are killing me, bro. So Celtics are up 3-2. They're going back to Atlanta. I had Celtics winning in four. I had Celtics sweeping. Celtics have a I thought they learned from last year. I thought the Celtics learned from last year what not to do, and I thought that it was heart crushing and heart wrenching to lose in the championship in the finals, and they were gonna learn from it. And they wasted no time getting back to bad habits. Wasted no time to figuring out how to close out a game. No time wasted figuring out how to close out a series and to just move on. Boston's, I mean, they're killing me. They had a sweep in their hands. They go up 2-0 in Boston. They go to Atlanta. By the way, I went to game three and four. I did go to game three and four. Uh, your boy got his, damn it, it's a white shirt. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to, your boy got a D White signature. D White signature. Um, I was at game three. Of course, they don't win the first one. They eased up. They let some shots hit. But the whole time, I thought the Celtics were in control. They were. They looked good, and it just looked like Atlanta kind of got away and had a couple runs, and it is what it is. I wasn't mad about it. I was like, that's all right. You drop one in Atlanta. That's fine. Just as I expected, I went back on Sunday. Celtics had control the whole game, put them away. Uh, JB, JT both went for 31. It looked like Celtic basketball. And when you watch the Celtics play, I've watched every single tip-off this season. Every single tip-off. I'm not exaggerating. Every single tip-off. When you watch the Celtics play, they look levels above. And again, whether it's me as a Celtics fan, my biases, whatever, they look like the best team in the NBA when you watch them play as a team. They're deeper, everybody scores, you can go to any option, every option can play any role. I mean, it's just too deep. Everyone's on board with the system and everyone commits is committed. And when you watch a game unfold, much like the Atlanta loss on Friday and then even Sunday, it's just like as a Celtics fan, you're just like, nice. Like they look good. Like they're not gonna lose this. They lose Friday, whatever, fine. They looked in control. Trey dropped 35. It was like it was okay. Okay, it looked the Hawks played the game lights out game of their lives, and they lost by like 3 or 4 or whatever on Friday night, game three. Sunday again, same thing. These guys are scoring, hooping, balling. They make it look easy, then they win. You close it out in Boston. You close it out in Boston when you're up 3-1. No, Celtics look like last year postseason Celtics. Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart freaking okay. As a Celtics fan, if you've been watching, Missoula ball is I like Missoula ball. It's push the pace, keep the ball moving, and quick, quick, quick. These guys went away from that in the fourth quarter. They changed it up. Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum are responsible. They slow it down, try to play the clock, and try to play ISO ball, and, and it didn't work. And I thought, hey, pick up the pace, guys. Let's act like we know what we're doing and try to, I don't know, close it out in Boston. No, dude. They went back to ISO ball. Tatum shoots, what was the percentage, bro? I had it. Tatum. Like it was like 27 or 29% in the fourth quarter, Tatum. You're gonna give me a 29. You're gonna shoot 29% in the fourth quarter. You're gonna go 0 for from the three. Maybe he hit one. Again, this is the first episode, so I'm playing catch up right now. I'm gonna host these episodes more often so I can really dissect, and I'm gonna be dissecting Boston Celtics games more than other games, but I'm trying to cover them all right now. Uh, and I'll probably, honestly, I think every post Celtics game, hopefully we have a lot more of them. I'll probably come straight here and pop on and run an episode or something. What up, Sips? Uh, but the Celtics freaking, and again, dude, it was the most boring game yesterday until the last 6 minutes. I was like, the whole time I was just thinking about Philly. I was like, this game's over. Like, these guys got it. They had a nice run to close the half. And keep in mind, Atlanta was playing lights out. Everyone was hitting last night, which is why I'm still comfortable. I'm fine. But they shot a high percentage last night. John Collins was hitting. Trey was obviously hitting. Um, freaking Bogdanovich was hitting. Everybody was hitting their shots, and it was like it was close still. And then the Celtics made a run to close the half, and then they had control all of the third quarter, and everything was fine. Everything was fine, dude. And then fourth quarter, Tatum and Smart go to ISO ball. Smart played shitty in the last 5 minutes. He made dumb plays. Um, and here we are, 3-2, and they have to get on a plane back to Atlanta while Philly's waiting at home. Could have took advantage of an injury, although I had this argument with somebody today. Not an argument, but I told this to a Cavs. I work with a Cavs fan, and I said, as much as I would have loved for the Celtics to take advantage of a hurt, injured Embiid early, not giving him as much rest, um, I still think the Celtics need to beat Philly fully healthy. Just because there doesn't need to be an asterisk. Remember last year when everyone was trying to put an asterisk on us beating the Bucks? because Middleton. You guys went 7 with no Middleton. Bucks are winning that in 5 or 6 if Middleton's there. I'm glad we cleared that up. But again, similar situation. I didn't need to hear that. I want a championship run to be a championship run. But here's the Celtics making it harder than they need to be. And it's because the Celtics played down to the level. I watched it live. And game 3 I was very close to the court. Let's just say that. And I watched it live and I'm watching the game and I'm just like these Celtics really have the chance to really just like run away with it, but it's like they're playing with their food, and then they play with their food so much that the food freaking wins. So here we are, Boston doing it yet again. I have to watch press conferences with these reporters and media guys who just they love to say this line. You guys just seem to love doing it the hard way. Like they swear they're so creative and so funny when they say that. They think they're freaking reporter of the year. Freaking, you guys just, what is it about this team and just wanting to always do it the hard way? You think they're trying to? You think they're trying to? No, they just ease off the gas, they ease off the brakes, and they play down to whoever's level. I do have Boston winning tomorrow night in Atlanta. I think they're going to win tomorrow night, close it out in Atlanta, hop on a plane, fly back to Boston, and chill out until Monday, where they will take on Philly. And I think you're going to see Boston play to Philly's level, or vice versa, however you want to say it. I think you're going to see Boston elevate to where if they just did that against Atlanta, it would have been a 4-0 sweep, and we would have started round 2 by now. But no, they got to play down to Atlanta. Uh, Worst case scenario, they lose tomorrow night for some crazy reason. I'll probably do an episode tomorrow night. If they lose, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Um, because I really want to dissect players and things that I see and kind of want to talk about. But again, 6:10. I think one of the games just started. I think Miami started or Knicks Cleveland started. Somebody started 10 minutes ago. Um, but I do think worst case scenario, they lose tomorrow for whatever crazy reason. I still see Boston winning in 7 in Boston. Uh, I mean, obviously they lose, they're done if you lose in 7, but I just have a hard time. I have a hard time seeing Boston get 3-1 comeback in the first round by the 7 seed Hawks, who went 42 and 42 this season, being carried by a 6-2 Trae Young. I just don't see that happening with a championship team. Um, I do think they close it out tomorrow, though. And then I have Boston and Philly in the next round, and I have Boston in 6. I truly believe there's a switch that Boston is going to hit. I thought they were going to hit it early, which is fine. Maybe it's better that Boston's going to go through this little struggle in round 1 rather than, I feel like last year they swept Brooklyn and that's what made the next 2 series so long and just tough was because they didn't know how to lose kinda. They swept KD and Kyrie and it was just like you know, they were having tough bounce backs and long series after that. So maybe it's for the better. I do see Celtics winning in 6 against Philly, but that series is going to be a freaking nightmare as a Celtics fan to watch. Um, I originally had Celtics Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. Listen, I'm gonna do a video tomorrow night at post Celtics game, and we're gonna see where Milwaukee is sitting in that Miami series. Because if Milwaukee exits, I mean, it shakes up the East. It shakes up the East. It's Boston and Philly. It is gonna be the biggest series of the freaking playoffs this year if Milwaukee loses to Miami. Period. Boston Philly is gonna be insane. Um, But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go watch the games. I'm gonna go check in on all those games. This was episode 1 Again, it was honestly just a catch-up episode. I plan on talking more Celtics ball, deeper discussions, bringing people on, bringing people on. I gotta dig into my bag of tricks to see who's gonna come on, debate, talk about their team. Because, like I said, I watch every single Celtics tip-off. I'm pretty I'm a enthusiast of the Celtics. I love the Celtics. I think that's what this Metropolis talk show is going to be about is mostly Celtic talk. Um, but I had to catch up. I had to catch up. Catch everybody up on my bracket too. Uh, let's see. I need Austin Reeves, Trey Young, 5'11". Let's be honest, the guy's lying about his height. Facts. I know exactly. Yeah. Check in on that ass whooping that's about to happen. I'm watching all four of the games tonight. Um, like I said, it's probably going to be more Celtics in the future, but playoffs is playoffs. I got to talk about everything in the playoffs. And obviously, with the NBA season going away, I still want to do something. I got the NFL draft coming, Patriots, uh, the Bruins. Can't forget about the Bruins. They have their closeout game on Friday. Guarantee you, the Bruins are going to close out their game in the TD Garden in Boston on Friday night. I'm going to be there for that. I'm not going, but I'm watching that. Um, Because honestly, let's be honest, Celtics Bruins need to both have a parade in Boston this year. Celtics and Bruins. So Bruins, and then Red Sox talk. They lost to the Orioles. We're losing the league. Honestly, the Red Sox. I used to be lead with baseball. Baseball used to be my sport. That's what I kept up with as a kid. Um, but the Red Sox are killing me right now. Red Sox are killing me right now. Again, dude. Again. Um, but anyways, we're gonna see where the series goes. I have fun with it. I have fun talking. I can talk, obviously. I'm gonna try to be creative, do different things, do whatever. I think I'm gonna keep this format of streaming it and then uploading to YouTube so you can come here live, chat it up, or you could wait till I upload to YouTube. I'm gonna figure out the best method for doing that. But yeah. All right, all right. I appreciate all you boys. You guys are great. Thank you for tuning in to episode one. We out of here. We out of here.